I 100% didn't think I'd be here. My message for the younger generation, I think for me, I moved to the US when I was 6, and I was born in the US, but I moved back to Korea and then lived there till I was 6 and came back. And so a lot of like the first generation and first like immigrant mentality and culture really stuck with me, especially coming from a really conservative, very religious Korean family. So I think a lot of people, when they see me, is like, oh, are you like super sexually open? Like, did you always want to be in the sex toy space? And I always am like, I 100% didn't think I'd be here. I think for me, like I actually traditionally grew up where I was really scared of my own body for till I was like mid-20s, and just felt like I wasn't meant to do an entrepreneurship. Like I felt like I had a duty to pay back my parents. And so a lot of it felt like I wasn't supposed to take chances or do things that I felt really excited about. And I think my message to younger generations is like, honestly, at the end of the day, like your parents are just want you to be happy, and they want you to know that you're going to be okay. And I think if you're able to prove that, but also be able to do these, like take chances to do things that you feel really passionate about, I think it always follows in terms of understanding. So I always say, like, honestly, if my mom can be okay that I work on a smart vibrator company, I feel like everyone can kind of get there. So really, it's the hope that younger generations feel empowered to take chances and do things they feel like is right. What I want to do less of in my 30s, I think it definitely is just feeling the fear of that you're not doing life correctly and that everybody else is doing it in this very specific direction. I think everyone experiences this too, of just feeling like an imposter syndrome of, was I meant to do this startup? Was I supposed to be a co-founder? Was I supposed to be engineering, leading this entire hardware project? And so you always have these like anxieties and fears and feeling like, well, do I really know things? Should I hire a better expert than I am? And I think at the end of the day, it's just feeling fully satisfied with you can do it. But I've always had the dream of living somewhere more remote and having chickens, like 10 dogs. I'm really into gardening, so like having a whole garden ecosystem and everything else. So I really want to do that. And I think the fear of like, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing always holds me back. So I hope that I'll be doing less of the fear, letting fear take over or anxiety take over, and doing more things that I just genuinely love.